life changes. I was in the healthcare industry for approximately 20 years and decided to take time off to raise my small children. And during that time, things fall apart, marriages fall apart. I was giving myself 1 year when I got here. I said, my gosh, it's so hard for me to find a job. And, you know, I have 25 years of experience. I have 2 master's degrees. I've traveled the world. And I couldn't even get a job as a paralegal in Springfield. When I got to, it was my appointment time, and I met Sally. She was with me, and it just so happened she was in the industry that I was in, that I am in 20 years ago. And she said, I know exactly how you need to look, and you're a manager. She said, come. And she sat with me until 8 o'clock at night, trying clothes on, and gave me outfits to mix and match. I mean, shoes to purses. And I couldn't believe the quality. And it's so funny, the first time I went on a business trip, like a week later, someone walks up to me in the hotel and says, you are vintage chic. And they said, look at you. You're stylish from head to toe. He said, and I know because my mother was a fashion designer. So from then, I think I'm cute. No one could tell me I'm not. It reinstilled my confidence in people.
When I came across the Dress for Success program, I was like, wow, that'd be a great program to be a part of because it'll help me personally and professionally stand out, to learn how to be a part, to shine, because right now I'm just a diamond in the rough. I came across one of the paperworks they sent to us, the program Get Your Foot in the Door. So I only had like 2 days to fill out the information because there's a whole application. You have to submit a resume, and I submitted my resume and they called me back that I was one of the participants. I was excited, yeah, because I had read into like what they plan on helping women with, like building professionalism, learning how to business etiquette, and being able to dress suit you up for success. I've learned how to budget. My financial literacy has improved significantly since this program. I've learned the do's and don'ts about business etiquette, how to behave in the workplace, how to be more professional, and allow myself to be heard when I'm at a job. Well, of course, as a single mom, I always want my daughter to see that there are opportunities out there, that she can't limit herself to just what she's used to, that there are opportunities out there that the community gives us, and we just have to learn how to take advantage of those opportunities so we can be better people.
Well, I was actually in a shelter, so I kind of learned about the program through the shelter. I went in there when my daughter was 4 months old. I was in there when she was 4 months old, and we got out when she was a little over a year. I ended up getting an apartment. When I got the call and said that I got accepted for the program, I practically cried. Everybody has a story, so it's good to kind of know what other people are interested in, their kind of jobs. It's just, I've always wanted something different. I'm like, well, I need to find something that will help me get into my field. I'm medical. It is exciting because I'm like, oh, I get a business suit, I look more professional, and I took a picture, I got to put it on Facebook, and everybody complimented me and said I look very professional, so that made me feel good too.
I was residents of Howard Street maybe like 5 years ago, and I was asked to do Dress for Success. And my first time, that's when they were at MCDI. And I went there and picked out outfits, and it was awesome. Felt good picking out clothes, but I have to tell you, I love the Goodwill, so I thought I was in the Goodwill, you know, but better stuff. So it made me feel confident and righteous, and to walk with a woman integrity and grace, and also help me to motivate in my recovery, and to be a part of my society and my community. It was told to me like it's preparing me to go out and find a job, or not even just to find a job, but to get dressed up and walk out like downtown and feel confident. Before, I was kind of like nervous and discouraged, and you know, because I have a history of in and out of being incarcerated, and you know, the fear stepped in like, oh, you can't do it, you know, because society and the community, you know, it's just that negative self-talk. But once I did it, it just built me up, and I'm like, can't nothing knock me down now, because I'm gonna stand up for who I am.
I have 3 kids, and I actually knew about Dress for Success because my son, he goes to Square One, and they were promoting it. I saw the paper, I was like, you know what, let's go for it. I would see that I wouldn't find no jobs, the pay rate, and I wanted to further on my education also, learn new things, experience new things. And I was like, this should be it. You have to write what is the thing that motivates you most. And what motivates me is my kids. And I don't want them to see that, oh, I'm not doing nothing at home. I want them to be great people in life. And I want them to see that when you go for it, you actually can success in life. You see what you could, so many things you could do and you didn't know that you can, and wow, it's amazing. I can't say nothing else about it. It's just amazing. You have to try it so you can know what there is there in that program.
I walk into my house office to pay my rent, and I saw a flyer there, so it interested me. The fact that it was talking to moms with little kids that doesn't feel happy working their actual job, and it offered us a chance to get a better job maybe. I've been changing jobs like every year. I change jobs and I'm so tired of that. So I think it's time for me to get a job that is like a lifetime job. And I think this program is doing that for me and for all of the girls that are in the program. I have learned a lot. Like I went from 0 to a whole lot more. I wasn't thinking about getting a better job or going back to school. Now I'm getting ready to go back to college so I can get the job that I want. It's so simple. It just make it there the first time, and they will take you to the whole way. So it's really easy. What more can they offer? They have childcare. They offer us breakfast. They help us in anything at any time. We can just email one of the teachers. They'll help us. It's like it couldn't be any easier.
Their belief is that depending on what you're wearing will determine whether or not you get the job, which I 100% agree. They were very nice. They were very, they made, constructive criticism, what looks good, what doesn't look good. And you definitely have to be open to that and for it to succeed in the end. And they were awesome with with dressing me and also taking my feelings and the way I feel in my clothes into consideration as well. Out of a lot of places that I applied to, I went to 3 interviews. I did wear the outfits that they gave me. I got good reviews on every single one of them, and I did get an offer on my first interview, and I didn't get hired until April, so I went to that interview in February. So I did wait a little while, but it was worth the wait, and I actually did get a raise before I even started. So I made some type of impression. What our world needs today is encouragement and hope. And this program, Dress for Success, brings hope into people's lives because once they look at themselves dressed in that suit that they might not have been able to afford or may not have ever, heard of the program, it really does give you a whole new attitude, a whole new sense of achievement. What can I achieve next? I look this good, what's next?
I think about my kids and I just want a better life for them, so I just figured it would be a good opportunity for me to, get that next step ahead and doing the right thing so that they can, have a good life and see that I'm a successful mother. It just seems like it's a slow process when you're looking for a job. It's not an easy thing. They're hard to come by. It's good to, go above and beyond on the interview. Just be yourself. Don't try to be somebody you're not. Because even if you feel like you might not get the job or you don't have the skills, it's still good to be yourself because most companies like that. I mean, usually people are like everybody likes someone who's going to be themselves. It was good to get the helpful hints that they, shared with us and showed us because sometimes it's hard finding the right suit or outfit. So, you might need a little help, even if you might not agree with everything. And I'm glad that it's able to help women, who are trying to get further in life, because everybody needs a little help sometimes.
I have a substance abuse history, and I just celebrated 2 years, so 2 years sober. And I want to go back to school. I did do a few years ago in 2000, I believe it's 2012. I lived in the Berkshires, and I went to a Berkshire Community College for nursing, and I wasn't able to finish. I mean, it's something that maybe I would possibly look into again, if not find something else to go to school for. I'm really I'm anxious to get back into school and to further my education and my career. I have a 9-year-old son, and so to better my life for him and for myself, and just because I want to, like I said, I just wanted to be able to provide for him, have a good career, and make him proud of me, I guess. Just never give up hope. I mean, it's out there, and there's a lot of amazing people that are out there to help, and I've come across quite a few amazing women in my life, and they're still for me and with me today. So even after all the trials and tribulations.
I am married. I have 2 children, and we own a house. Sometimes it's pretty hard to get stuff, to buy stuff, especially when they're big. They're 15 and 13 years old. So then, they start asking for expensive stuff, and sometimes it's really hard get the food, put food on the table and everything else. When I got there, I was concerned about getting clothes that were my style, but however, I was able to get clothing that, she knew what I wanted. She was asking me questions, and she was able to give me skirts, dresses, shirts. I think that it's important because the appearance, that's what they see. That's what they see. That's the first impression. They don't know who you are. They don't know how you act or what your beliefs are, but they just see you. And it definitely changes the way people see you. Definitely feel confident referring my patients to Dress for Success to get a professional attire, and also my colleagues.